Hey, what's up guys? It's your man Foriam again, back with a new quick guide for Wartales. In these videos, I'm covering pretty much everything you need to know about the game, and today we're gonna talk about the tombs, what you should do to prepare for them before you even go inside, and also some tips and tricks on how to survive the combat in there, while we're also gonna pick up some secrets on the side and even new professions, so let's get right to it. Alright, so what we're gonna do first is prepare, as you're gonna need quite some things to successfully raid a tomb. So the first thing we want to do is stock up on food, so we have enough food with us so we can rest at any time without any problem. So you can always visit an inn or hunt for some animals, craft some food yourself. Today I feel a little bit lazy, so I'm gonna just purchase everything myself. We've got some pork right here, and also some Black Friday salt, which is gonna be epic to cook some dishes. So we've got the pork stew 3 times, let's go. Also some grilled pork, medium rare mutton, some carp right here. That is definitely gonna be enough to fill the tummies. Next up, you wanna craft enough torches. These are very important to explore the tombs. I already have a pretty nice amount of these bad boys in my inventory, but basically for wood, of course, you just want to travel in the overworld, pick it up from the ground, or chop some wood in lumber camps, while the cloth can be found inside containers and also obtained during combat, while the grease can also be found after resolving combat, but this time from animals. I also recommend you to visit the apothecary to get your hands on enough medicine. Nice that this one also comes with a discount. Also, definitely make sure to bring enough raw materials with you to repair the damage on your armor. Alright, so we just arrived at the Arthes Tomb. Right now, I definitely recommend you to first save the game before you go inside and also visit the camp to basically restore our stamina, as we're gonna need quite some of that, as well as valor points, so it's gonna be so much easier to resolve combat inside. It will allow us to use more skills, take down those enemies a lot faster, and to do that, I definitely recommend you to assign some of your units to the tent, so they can boost this up a little bit. So right now we're basically ready to enter the tomb. On some tombs you will find an NPC in front of it, which will sell you torches, for example in Tiltren, but right now if we press explore, we can talk to this woman and already help a little bit by giving her a medicine, and in return she will give you an extra torch. So it's very important that you have enough torches with you guys. I currently have 11 torches in my inventory. I definitely recommend you to give some of your companions extra torches, as if you move them around during combat, they can light up the area. It's gonna be pretty difficult to give one of your tanks a torch, as they still need their shield, while a two-handed user is not gonna be very effective with that either. Archers still need both hands for bow and arrow, while I think the rogues are the best option, or the rangers. The torches come with extra critical hit, the +5 vision to explore the darkness, but also the torch strike skill, which is very useful, especially in these places, as the units which you have to fight are vulnerable to fire, and at the same time it allows you to finish off multiple enemies. Basically, if you combine that with a valorous victory, every time this unit kills an enemy you gain a valor point. So for the rogues or rangers, this is actually a very nice combo. Last but not least, you also get the light points which you need to progress in the tombs. So if you're looking around, you will basically light up the place a little bit, and right here we already get the left mouse explore for 3 light points. In the top right here we see 76, so that's the amount of light we still have left. Also, every time when you explore, you will lose a little bit of your fatigue. So we just progressed in the tomb, and it says a low growl resonates all around you. You are surrounded. So we're gonna have to resolve combat against some pretty nasty creatures. It will never tell you how many. It's an unknown amount, as it's pitch black inside. So let me just explain the combat a little bit to show you how it's done. Alright, so this is what combat looks like inside the tombs. Everything is pitch black, so you have absolutely no clue where the enemies will come from. You can already look around a little bit and have an idea of what the environment looks like. So right now, we just take this guy and hover around. As you can see, this is a pretty big open space, so we will probably see some bad boys popping up from that location. Same for this one right here. So we want to make sure we protect the north and the south as much as possible, as right here we've got a little bit of protection, and also the wall right there. And for this particular tomb, we also have an NPC which we have to protect. Otherwise, we will have to restart the battle. So guys, make sure you do it right from the very beginning. Place her in the very center of your party and make sure she cannot move around, because they will get themselves killed. Don't make this mistake. It will cost you a lot of time if you have to restart the battle over and over again. So we're going to place her at the very center, and then we want to protect the vulnerable area. So the north and the south. So I'm going to place one tank right there, and I'm going to place another tank right there. Right now, though, we have 2 archers on the side, so they're going to be very vulnerable for the attacks from the darkness. So what we want to do is start turns with them to bring him inside and basically box in our NPC. So I'm going to take turn with Aragorn first, place him right here, and then we're going to end turn. Usually the first round, no creatures will pop up. Then we're going to take our next archer. And as you can see right now, it's not going to be possible for her to move out, as she needs 3 spaces wide. Actually, right there it's possible, but then this one interferes. So this is going to be perfect to start the battle. And now one of the moles engaged on one of my units. As you can see, it got fragility applied. If they're in the darkness, they have brutality, so they're strong in the dark, but if they step into the light, they will become very vulnerable for our attacks. So right now, we can probably finish it off with 2 simple attacks. With a tank, of course, it's going to take a couple more hits, but then we can always use our rogues to finish him off. If I want, I can take out the mole rat, but then all my units will be in darkness. I'm just going to show you what happens. Look at that. He is not going to be safe right there. I'm just going to finish off this rat and move back. So if you don't have the run ability, I definitely don't recommend doing that. Anyways, right now it is possible. And of course, every time Godric re-engages combat, he will get free valor points. So we're getting attacked from all sides right now. However, I don't want to move away too much from this side with Godric, as we will probably have more enemies coming in from this side. So we're just going to end turn. Now we can take one of our rogues, as they have a lot of movement speed, and we're going to move to this place. And now we're going to use the Torch Strike ability. They deal extra damage against these creatures, and look at that. Bam, the creeper is almost done for already. We can finish it off with the Wrath ability, and then take our dagger and take out the rat. Now we're just going to place it back at this location, and then we are ready for the next wave. You basically never want to break the formation, and as long as you keep this up, eventually the mobs won't pop up anymore. It's always an X amount of creatures, and after you've taken down every single one of them, the combat is resolved. Just make sure the NPC can never run out of it. Anyways, right now I think we only have 2 or 3 enemies left, so what I'm gonna do is scout the place a little bit. So we just added fragility to this creature. We're gonna finish it off, and now it says your opponents are demoralized and flee. We can let them go. Right now, though, we can continue the exploration of the tomb, and you can always go back if you're running out of light points. I recommend you to check out every single place, and also keep using your mouse to hover around all the different places, as right here, for example, we've got a treasure chest, which we can open up with a golden key. I didn't find this one yet, so I'm just going to skip that for now. I'm going to explore this area, and it says jump, use a rope, so we have some options. You could jump, then you have a chance of injury. Instead, I'm going to use a rope. Anyways, here we also have a little secret, so keep exploring the place with your mouse. We can inspect this and get our hands on some nice treasure. Some knowledge as well as some extra torches and also a pocketbook. This, lads, is something you should equip right off the bat, as it generates a small amount of knowledge for every single rest. So that's the knowledge which we have right here. So we can unlock some new feats of strength, new blueprints for weapons and armor, cook dishes, etc. I think you should always use common sense when exploring these caves. For example, breaking open a door will probably result in more creatures popping up. Well, right now with a lockpick, I just opened this thing without triggering any creatures. And look at that, we found some more treasure as well as a puzzle which you can inspect. And this will unlock a new profession, the scholar. So we're going to assign this to one of our characters. I always choose one that becomes a angler, a scholar, or bard. Bard is, by the way, something that you can also unlock right here. But with scholar, we can solve puzzles and also get extra knowledge. The puzzles in the tombs are always the same, and they're fairly easy to solve them if you know how to do it. So right now I'm going to show you exactly that. If you don't want to get spoiled though, just click on the timestamp of the next chapter in the video bar. You would just want to slide the puzzle pieces first on the top. So first you want to complete these 3, and then you want to start working towards the side, and then you want to do another side. So first you want to place this thing at the very top, as well as that one right there, and also this corner. So we're just going to move around accordingly. So that one is already completed, you might say, but that is not how it works. So we just have to keep turning around. Make sure that this one first is in the corner, so exactly right there. And now we're going to move around the other puzzle pieces so we can basically get these 2 in the upper corner. So now we basically have this one in the rotation after this corner. So then we can just keep moving around. And as you can see, we can fill in the top 3. So this is already done. Now we just have to deal with the rest. So we're going to have to move this block to the top right. So we're just going to get rid of this right here. Voila, that's another piece complete. Now we can complete this one and then complete that one. Move in this one and move this one to the center. Bam! Puzzle complete. You have discovered Rune Building. If you visit the camp, you should be able to craft a Lectern right now as well at the Tinkerer Station. So we're gonna just scroll all the way down, and at camping gear we will find it. Pieces to gather antiquities found in the tombs of the ancients during rests, and also increases the knowledge gained during a rest. So we can assign units to this. Right here we get to dig up a treasure. So with a miner you'll be able to open it up. You will get some more rewards, which you can check out at the Lectern. For example, right here we've got Artist's Codex Chapter 1. We can just place it in the research table after you've discovered every single one of them. So now after 5 rests, with of course a scholar assigned, we will unlock even greater treasures. Personally, I also think that the caving is so much easier with a smaller squad. For example, right here, we basically get divided into 2 parties. And if you have a bigger squad, you really have to think about the division of your crew. But right now, I just have to move one of my tanks into the party, and that is basically it. Right now, we can end the turn and start the battle pretty safely. Oh, this gives me Lord of the Rings vibes. Let's inspect this one with a companion. Drums can be heard in the distance. They are coming. Sometimes you will also come across these code-locked doors. They can be solved with a little puzzle. For that though, you're gonna have to go to previous rooms because you can find runes on the stones in those. If you have the right combination, it will open it up. With a wrong combination, you can risk injury, so definitely be careful with these. Sometimes there's also another way to get to these rooms, so keep your eyes open. Anyways, after you've completed the entire tomb, you can go outside again. And the funny thing is right here, this woman says she cannot help me while she basically did everything with me. So there you have it, everything you need to know about making your tomb adventures a lot easier. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button as it helps out the channel. And of course, if you have more questions about the game, make sure to leave them in the comments down below. I already made quite some guides for Wartales, so make sure to check out my playlist. But of course, if you want to stay in the loop with future content, don't hesitate to subscribe as there is a lot more coming your way. Right now, it's 4 AM out. I want to wish you good luck on your adventures. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.